This is certainly a question that pops up often on my videos and always gets a variety of responses. I recently did a poll on my community page asking this very question, where 60% of the 235 people who voted said one should visit the Filipina in the Philippines for the first time within the first 6 months, and another 30% said within 12 months. So clearly, plenty of guys feel the need to meet in person as soon as possible under normal circumstances where air travel is permitted into the Philippines. But I do understand that everyone is different and they're free to choose their own path in moving their relationship forward as they please. In this video, I'll give you my thoughts and reasons around when you should actually meet your Filipina in person for the first time and why it's so important. So be sure to stay with me here for a video that will surely get you thinking. Right now, we can't do much about any delays caused by the global situation, but we can certainly think ahead and prepare. To my way of thinking, I can certainly understand why so many people say go to meet the Filipina within the first 6 months. And you'll often hear me say that two people, when they first meet online, are at that point chatmates, where they're learning about one another to decide if they may be suited as partners. From there, I believe, if one is looking out for themselves, is that you don't upgrade the relationship to that of a dating one until you guys have met in person and spent plenty of quality time together. Now, I've done some videos around my reasoning for this, but very simply, people can often be far different online as to how they may be in person. We must remember that we only get to see a small glimpse online, and the real test as to if the Filipina and you will be suited is only found for sure when the two of you are together for a length of time. Now, if one was to wait, let's say 18 months to 2 years before meeting, and then you found out that she has many traits you couldn't see online that really do bother you in person, then you very well may have wasted 18 months to 2 years on the wrong woman, and most likely you may easily give up on any future long distance relationship, which would certainly be a shame. I remember back to when I met my now wife online, and after chatting for a couple of months I was super keen to start planning to go and visit her to see for myself if she was the woman I thought her to be. In my mind, I never thought there'd be any issues, as I've learnt to trust my own instincts and gut feelings over the years. Everything about her raised no red flags or concerns from day one, and so I was very confident that she was a good fit for me. But still, I knew that I had to go and meet her as soon as possible to confirm this, and so that the relationship can progress from chatmates to a dating relationship. Any online relationship that is not moving forward in some way is in danger of failure, and I firmly believe this because I hear from people all the time on this channel where this has been a problem. The longer one leaves connecting in person, then the harder that relationship becomes to maintain, as many questions come into each person's mind where they then question the whole relationship. Look at it this way. If you tell a Filipina that you love her and yet you make no effort to be with her in person for 2 years, then what message is that sending to her, and what is she really expected to be thinking? Well, to my way of thinking at least, if one is very keen on the Filipina, then he'll be excited to be with her as soon as he can. Now, I'm not saying that you race off to be with her after a month of chatting, because clearly you may not have had enough time to make a real assessment if you believe that she's genuine or not. And not all of us can just drop what we're doing and take off to the Philippines. Some of us may need to save up the money, or we may have work commitments. But certainly I do believe that if one is going to start looking for a possible serious relationship with a Filipina, he needs to be prepared to go and meet her within 3 to 6 months, even if it's only for a week or two. And you can always go back again a few months later for another visit. My concern is that some guys get themselves into such a relationship with a Filipina knowing that they don't have the finances or income to be able to get to the Philippines within that 6-month period. Another concern is that a guy who makes a Filipina wait 9 months, or as I say in some cases 2 years or more, can he really expect her to remain true to her word and faithful to you in the hope that you'll actually turn up? We need to be real here, and if it doesn't bother you that she may be seeing other people in the Philippines, then no problem. But one can't be blind to the fact that you can't expect her to wait for you like a nun without any firm commitment from you other than your word, which really, until you meet together, doesn't mean much. But if you're a guy that wants to be exclusive with your Filipina and vice versa, then having a solid plan from the very start is vital to having a good outcome for the relationship. Now yes, I do hear guys say that they've waited 2 or 3 years and all worked out fine, and of course, there are always exceptions to any rule. And really, we don't know for a fact that that Filipina, or the guy for that matter, actually remained faithful throughout that period of time. Perhaps she did, but the reality is the only one to know for sure is the Filipina, and you only know what she has told you. In my videos, I'm trying to give information that will give you what I believe to be the best chance possible for a successful relationship, and not information where you may just get lucky. And I'm happy to leave that for some other YouTube channels in this genre to do. For me, I really don't understand the mindset when guys go into a long distance relationship knowing it's going to be 18 months or more until you actually meet in person. Sure, some guys may be super patient or perhaps just completely naive. You can decide which one here. So my best advice for what it's worth is to set that plan and be sure to have the finances within that 6-month window to give you the best chance of starting something special with the Filipina. And if it turns out that she isn't right for you, or vice versa, then not so much time has been wasted and you can move forward to looking for the right Filipina for you. On the bright side, you still would have had a nice vacation in the Philippines, and who knows, you may even find the right Filipina for you in person whilst there. If you're looking for more valuable information and tips around meeting a Filipina for the first time, then I have a dedicated playlist series which you can access by checking out the card on screen now. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.